First of all, before we even get into introductions, y'all know what to do. All praises to Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rechak Ladash.
Alright, beautiful. Barakatah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Tawadi Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Well, look, man, we got different brothers with different. Well, man, we got the Elder Malcolm in the room. We got the Elder Uriah. We got the Apostle Ramla. Okay, we got the Elder Murph. We got the Elder D-Mash. And you other brothers, we got all the elders here, man, and other officers and upcoming men in Chicago out here. We in Chicago, okay. Through the grace of the Lord, I was up top. Now I'm in Chicago. I took the Amtrak back here, so we here. And I know me and the Elder Malcolm were chopping it up earlier, and we were talking about doing a video. So this is the video, man. But you already knew it was going to turn into a happening. Right, Elder? So you brothers can all introduce your pages around the board, man. And y'all know my page. Y'all already know my name, my page. But these other brothers are streaming as well, so this is going to be an awesome thing.
Get my moderator over there.
Okay.
Right, he's supposed to.
No, because they gonna.
Oh, you already
They go nuts on this. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
boy.
vex him.
Too much power.
That's right. And too many scoffers.
Yeah, the scoffers. You scoffers, man, y'all about to go. All you scoffers, y'all don't realize y'all time is up.
Oh yeah. Hey, even during the time of Noah, there were some scoffers that were, they were scoffing, but eventually the scoffing season was over.
That's right, brother.
That's a lesson right there. Scoffing season is almost over.
Well, we'll touch on that in this lesson.
That's right. I'm writing that down.
Can I bring out a precept?
Yes.
Okay, so cool. Let the brother bring out a precept.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3.
Yeah.
Nope. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. Well, yeah, and like the apostle said, they got all these scoffers. All right, hey, we're in the last days. They're gonna keep talking shit. All right, until the Lord really comes down with that, that judgment. All right.
It's gonna be amplified.
Yep. All right. Hey, you think an earthquake in Japan is serious? Hey, wait till the Lord really starts turning shit up, man. Where the Lord starts taking thousands and thousands of people out at a time, man.
Yeah, we're 4 days in, and it's just been major event after major event. All right, you had bomb threats being called in yesterday.
Yeah.
Across the nation, which sound like a complete and total wag the dog event, but nevertheless, because who emails or they were emailing, who's gonna email? I'm gonna,
I ain't gonna get you
right,
guys.
I'm gonna send a bomb to you to send. Right, so they could be traced and come on, man. Esau's getting real sloppy, and that, as far as that goes, Esau loves to use deceit to find someone to blame so that he can have an excuse to do some sort of oppression further to the people. He has to have a boogeyman. He has to have a bad guy, and he don't want to be made the face of the bad guy. And the fact that in the news that the Jeffrey Epstein thing is back in the news, and they keep talking about the list. That's another thing that lets me know that
It's a distraction.
it's a distraction. That they need distractions to come to distract from the list.
Right.
And we all remember what happened last time when Jeffrey Epstein and all those celebrities and politicians faces and stuff started getting popped up. All of a sudden, the Big C thing came.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and they keep talking about this list being revealed, and it's 1,000 pages. They only like on page, the first couple pages. Some major names are gonna get dropped. So they need something. They're gonna need something to distract away from that. You know what I'm saying?
I got something for you.
Bring it out, beloved.
This 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Let Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
That's right. Go ahead and elaborate on it, brother.
Come, history repeats itself. This devil does the same thing over and over. He ain't got no new tricks.
Yeah, his playbook stays the same for the most part.
But this guy Eustace Mullins believed he said that. He said they're not particularly smart. They just find a formula. They just keep using it over and over.
Right. Yeah,
something that works.
It's rudimentary.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it may seem like these Edomites can ball, some of them, or they got a few little moves, but it's rudimentary. They write the rudimentary, they do it over and over and over, and it may seem like they'll have two jakes that look like Edomites on the team. They carry the team, but the dude here they'll have the rudimentary guy that stands under the rim and knows to turn and shoot a layup. But that's getting played out. Now the layups are getting swatted. Esau, he don't have any more plays.
I got something funny. Of course. Then you bring yours out, brother. But this is Proverbs 26 and 25. I'm gonna start at 24, and the point is really in 26, 27, but I'm starting 24. And it reads, "He that disassembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him, when he speaketh fair, believe him not. For there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit.
Somebody get Psalm 55:21 to like it.
His wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. Who also diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him." All right, so everything that he's planning to do to us is going to backfire on him. It's all going to come tumbling down. It's just expose him that much further. I see you, little brother. Pops like something.
Okay. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm going to start at 3, verse 3. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Like you said, his playbook is being exposed. How? Through what the scripture says. How Esau thing searched out?
I was holding that. But I ain't gonna bring it out. He asked for the song.
Okay, but so that's what's going on right now. Like I said, so all his tricks, all the old things. Like I said, what we do, we go in these scriptures, we read it. So when you recant some old shit, we see that.
Yeah.
Okay. What did it start off as? Do as thou wilt. Now
That was Rome. That was the motto of which y'all know we in Rome, Ecclesiastes 1:9. That was the motto of Rome. Do as thou wilt. As we see today, you can be a Mo, you can be a Joe, a Flo, a Go.
You could be a Mr. Man.
Oh
Rolling
boy.
which way you want to go.
Right.
Doing the no. And that way will get you destroyed all the way, bro.
That's bars. Verse 4. "Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worship, so that he as the Lord of God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." This Edomite's got a fucking God complex.
Who painted himself
Paint himself in the picture.
from the time of the Renaissance, even before.
I was gonna say that
in the Maccabees, it talks about how the Edomites took the book, and painted the likeness of themselves.
Nothing new.
There's nothing new under the sun.
The same thing done over.
Right.
And not only
Same thing.
that's right. Not only painted the likeness though, but they actually set crowns upon themselves. I'm king.
They became the dukes.
Right.
Lord
And
Farquaad.
according to the scriptures, you got to be ordained. The Lord says you got to be ordained to be a king. You got to be ordained to be an elder, or be ordained to be a prophet, or whoever the Lord ordains you to be. They just took a crown. Matter of fact, it almost made me think about the brother in Modesto, because he used to say that they said that he would go get a Burger King and then put on his hat.
Oh,
You
shit.
can't crown yourself.
You can't anoint yourself.
You can't anoint
Oh
yourself.
boy.
The Lord has to anoint you.
Right.
He really did that. See, I didn't know that part. I didn't know about that. That nigga was out of his goddamn mind.
Right, and he put crowns upon their own head.
He really did that.
Yeah, that's what he said. He used to walk around with a Burger King hat, the crown from it, and act like he a king.
Hey,
But I don't want no fucking piece of cardboard as a
That's
crown.
funny, man.
I want silver, gold, and palladium and plat. I want that substance I don't even know about the Lord God that He kept from all of us, because it's more precious than Esau's gold and silver.
What was that clown that was in ITR?
Which one? Which one?
Swift.
Swift. You talking about
Now you
Swift.
gotta
I
remember,
know who you talking about.
he walked around with a Burger King crown on his head. He used to walk around downtown with a Burger King crown on his head,
Oh, hell no.
wearing his garment and selling loose squares.
All the time.
Now, but he was in the truth. Now this dude, I remember that dude that he asked him what, like, when was he gonna be in? Here, the crazy thing is that
That was
the day we were gonna actually bring that brother into the camp the following week.
Absolutely.
He asked about being in the camp, all right, and we were gonna bring him into the camp the following week.
He had cut his dread.
But that next, he had cut his dreads. He had been showing up to camp, you know, et cetera, et
Taking
cetera.
notes.
Right.
And
He was taking notes, so he said, "Okay, this brother's dealing. We were actually gonna bring him in the camp the following week." And what did he do? With that following
That
week,
same day.
he showed up. He showed the following week. He was on video with ITR.
Well, he left us that day after asking.
Yeah, and we told
Went
him
down
that.
to
We
Nazariah
told
and,
him.
and then never came back.
Yep.
We was about to cross him because the Lord didn't.
That was spiritual.
Yeah, the Lord didn't want him, man. And that clown used to walk around with a Burger King crown on his head.
So
That was funny because,
see, man, let's get me started,
and
man.
that was funny because that made
Yes,
when he went
yes,
down
that's-
there,
that's
that
it.
made a perfect 7 that was down
It was complete.
Wow.
Look, a group of fucking idiots. Hey, look, and like Elder Malcolm was familiar with one of the greatest shows on the planet. Hey, what did Tywin Lannister tell Joffrey when he was talking that shit? That was his grandson. What did he tell him that? He said, any man that gotta call himself the king is not the king. Boy.
there. Boy.
I'm
Damn.
gonna bring this out because the apostle called.
Yeah, he sure did tell him that.
He checked his ass when he said that
Before you
bullshit.
do that, man, y'all gotta let me just.
Go ahead, go ahead.
That must be
I
allowed to
must
see.
be allowed. That's all right, man.
Hold your peace.
Hold your peace. Shout out to you, my
You
man.
gotta do it like
Wherever
this.
you are,
You gotta do it like this. When
hold
you
your peace. Hold your peace. If not, I'm gonna drag you over them fires in the stove.
Yeah, he's a clown.
Yeah, man, but first of all, I can't believe what I'm hearing. These niggas is really doing that? They really
Yeah.
really- Well, Burger King, so that means they were eating that Burger
Yeah,
King.
that was the thing.
You think they had a toy? You know they had that fat nappy black bitch with them. Got their stepkids a toy, a little trinket. Here, let me. These little bastards trying to play with the crown. I'm taking this to camp.
Yeah.
You niggas are fiendish and you gonna die.
You got to do
Yeah.
that.
God, going back to this Mark Esau. This is Psalm 55 and 21. It says the words of his mouth are smoother than butter. 19. God, this is Psalm 55 and 19. Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, Selah, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yahweh. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth are smoother than butter, but war is in his heart.
And that went with Elder Malcolm's scripture that he was reading earlier. Is it more?
Yeah. His words are smoother than oil, yet they are drawn swords. That's it.
Y'all got it.
And that's Esau, because with this plantation Christianity, these devils, they doing it, man. They like they got Jake all fucked up. We love you. No, you're good.
Look who they got teaching him, the Emperor Constantine. That's why I think he is TD totally destroying Jakes.
Yeah.
Just to land back up, you know, what you got an apology.
TD
That nigga totally
Jake,
destroying
nigga, let me tell you
Jakes.
about that
That
big
Emperor
hot
Constantine.
dog head,
TV snakes.
a pack of hot dogs.
Wake up out of your sleep. I
This
mean, I'm
nigga,
speaking as a mirth, but I think that's him.
but this nigga, I was watching the video before I left town last night, and I did a video, me and the elders, man, this nigga, he's sitting up there with some other nigga interviewing him, and he's sitting there, and he's actually fucking, yo, man, you 2/3, y'all through,
Con.
Right.
and we ain't dealing with you, okay? Y'all through.
This nigga had a mole police officer dancing in front of him. He looking at his ass the whole time. The smile.
Who, TD Jakes?
Yeah, he had a, yeah.
And what? And a police officer dancing in front of him.
A mole police officer. He wanted to loose his neck, some goddamn rocks out there.
Yeah. It was fucked up. It was fucked
Wow.
up. It was fucked up. Yeah, he's doing the single lady dance.
Yeah.
See, but this is what we're saying, brothers. This is what we've been saying. First of all, and we were talking about this earlier. You brothers, all you brothers, man, and GMS, you know, that y'all learned under us, but then we learned under our elders. Okay, when we came through under our elders, man, like, which in my opinion, to this day is, and you know, I know I'm not going up and saying this shit, bro, and like, the true elders, man, the true leaders are not really like here right now, like, you know what I mean, our teachers, because bro, ain't nowhere in the world we could take the title. I mean, the Lord is dealing. Yahweh Shai set other men up. The elder apostle Tahar, he's one of the, because he was back there with those men. We were too, but we came later on. You know what I mean? Like King Mashah, Hapu Sariyah, Hapu Jaquab, and Apostle Tahar's in that number, and whatever other men that the Lord got reserved to be in that number. Like, those are the true elders. Well, High Priest Abba Bivens. And I said this in the video, man. When you brothers mention, and then, like, if I'm wrong, I know Apostle Tahar. Like, if I'm saying something that's wrong, or, excuse me, I know Apostle Tahar correct me. But I know I'm not wrong, okay? Especially to you brothers and everybody else, man. This is just something the Spirit got on me to say. When y'all mentioning those men, you mention them with their titles, man. Okay?
I heard. I told him about that last night. That's the Spirit. I had a 10, 15 minute curse out on a brother last night. And I wasn't rebuking him because he wasn't bucking up, but I said, it's really men that came before us and all that. I'm not an elder shit. Look, that ain't my spirit, man. The men that came before you, you address them as exactly who the fuck they are. Because what was you doing when they was doing this, man? And just like how the scriptures say in the Apocrypha, you can't pay your parents back. Hey, look, the apostles, the elders, the brothers that came before you really sacrificed their life for you, man. You gotta understand, they loved you more than your. Hey, what that nigga said to him on Gladiator, Proximo, you gonna listen to me more than that bitch of a mother who bought you an earth.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Younger brothers, look, you gonna listen to me more than that bitch of a mother that bought you in the earth.
For the Lord,
Let alone go ahead,
so
bro.
like I was gonna say, why did Timothy
That ain't no joke, man.
refer to Paul as his spiritual father?
Hey, Paul said it, my son Timothy. Look, this shit ain't a game, man. It's not a fucking game. It's not a fucking game. That's the spirit. I had talked. This is the spirit, man. I'm old.
When they were suffering for the truth, when they got locked up for that whole 9/11 shit, well, none of us in the truth.
That's right.
We had no clear.
Come on,
no clue, man.
Hey, as a matter of fact,
We absolutely had no.
Niggas eating bacon.
I remember where I was.
And
And it's funny that you brought up 9/11 because earlier we was having a conversation and I almost said that was actually we were already doing the live, but I was gonna say that was the last great trick that Esau pulled, and it wasn't even that great because it got pulled apart and exposed within 2 or 3 days.
That's right.
It was real.
For those who knew.
Yeah,
Because everybody else is
especially those who are in construction and those who are engineers. You know,
Like you said, I watched it and I'm looking at this and I'm one building is burning and then this other so-called plane was coming in and then I see the nose come out the other side. I'm like, huh?
That's some bullshit.
That don't happen.
CGI like a motherfucker. That was CGI was in the
that's why they don't show that anymore.
Oh shit.
They just show, they just show the planes. I mean, the buildings burning.
Right.
They don't really show the planes because people figured out that was fake. And secondly, I remember they pulled all these videos from the internet, but I remember watching the videos from the cameras on the nearby apartment buildings and the different condo buildings that were near there. And so all these different cameras picked it up, and it just was, you saw the first explosion and then explosions,
Right,
and then the
no
whole
plane or nothing.
you never saw a plane, so the plane was CGI.
That's
You
right.
saw it on TV.
Right.
Nobody on the
Right.
ground saw that, and in the interviews, because they have all those on TikTok still. They're still
Right,
on TikTok. You it's hard to find them on YouTube. They pulled them off.
All
But you still have the people
Yes.
that were there giving their testimony.
Eyewitness events.
All of a sudden, the eyewitnesses are there, and they're giving up their testimonies, And all of them are talking about explosion after explosion.
No
and then the
planes.
buildings coming in and they're like, planes? What planes? They didn't see that. And everybody that was there,
Wow.
the firemen, the policemen,
The firemen definitely saw
the civilians, all the people there was like, man, we heard the boom, 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 boom. And then the building, you know, they all heard it.
Now, if I may though, because the scripture says, give double honors to the, and let another one praise you. I'm gonna tell you right now, back in 2001, whatever the fuck that shit happened, I was a nigga in college in Grand Rapids, Michigan, trying to find and fuck white bitches.
I was gonna ask you, what you would have
But I'm
We gotta
just
say
being
this
honest
shit
what
on-
it is. I was trying to fuck
Don't
white
touch the turtleneck and don't say
It's
that.
exactly. Now the difference is, you got two men in this room right now who are on the highways and byways, snapping, capping, cussing and fussing, and then the Esau came on them for that shit. As if they got something to do
They knew
with a
that they
plan.
had nothing to do
They had
with it.
nothing at all.
They knew
And you
it.
talking about you all don't know what the men of the Lord have been before us? The Lord says to know them, that you're supposed to know who you've been dealing with and be assured of who you've been learned from. You're supposed to be knowing the history.
Assured
You're supposed to
of.
be watching. You're supposed to be listening. You're supposed to be soaking up this evidence. That's why we put back before we knew the apostle was coming up. I put it in the room. I'm like, hey, what I said in the orders, I said, great men and not missing the discourse of the elders. Y'all don't hold the history. That's why y'all don't understand the mystery.
That's what
Merch.
they ass say here, because they some niggers.
All right, so this Ham visited Wallabies, try to send up a dish there. Ask them what their credit score is. I bet it's in the single digits.
Yeah.
Man, America's credit score is in the single digits.
True.
America's a third world country that cannot pay its bills.
I got a
Jackass,
question.
you don't want to believe
Where's
in the
credit
credit
in the
score.
Bible that we supposed to go get credit? Where's that at? The scripture says we supposed to have gold and silver.
Oh,
Gold
Elder
and
Wright,
silver.
Elder Wright,
Fuck credit,
Elder
nigga.
Wright, please, listen, look.
You are still
Hey.
a nigga.
When you,
Somebody
hey,
call
somebody
Yasser
get
on.
Matthew 8 for
Get him
me.
on the phone.
Bible shot.
Tell him to get on
Fuck
there
this
so he can
mother.
start-
Somebody get Matthew 8.
Aiden, what?
20. Start at 20. I'm gonna
This
show you.
is
Yeah, I want to say that word. So bad.
this is
I want to say that. Go ahead. Get
This
Matthew
is-
8, 12.
this
I'm
is-
gonna show you credit, nigga. And this for all you brothers edification too. Go ahead.
this is Matthew chapter 8 verse 20. And Yahushua saith unto him, the foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head.
Keep that in mind. Now he just let you know that he didn't have a place to stay. Keep that in mind. The point is at 22. Keep reading.
Verse 21.
Can I jump in real
Of
quick?
course, you're apostle.
Yahushua,
They lucky I ain't the apostle. Wouldn't none of you niggas be talking. Go ahead.
Yahushua and the disciples, they had places to stay, meaning their own little home. They could have, like, see, Esau do all those old movies. They do all those old movies with, they always try to make the disciples out that they was a homeless vagabond bums. Yahushua was a carpenter.
That's right.
Carpenter, listen, bro, I did carpenter. Me and this apostle right here, we worked together on jobs. Me, him, and Apostle Gabar. Am I lying, Apostle? I'm not. We worked together on jobs in Connecticut and Massachusetts. Okay, this is back in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know what I mean? We worked on jobs. And not for nothing, we were making good. We were chilling back there. That was the party era, like, you know.
That was something.
We were younger back then too, boy. Boy, me and Apostle Gabar. Like, first of all, man, look, man. First of all, this brother, you know, he had met a woman. So this apostle, he ended up moving up to Massachusetts, and he had got an apartment. It was a nice 2-bedroom apartment. He had got the apartment.
Oh, gotta have good credit to get an apartment.
Yes.
Them niggas in that credit.
What the fuck are you talking about, you asshole? Whoever that asshole is.
Some Hamite talking about ham fisted.
Man,
Ham
first
is
of all-
fisting you.
Yeah.
Oh,
They admitted that
God
they smoke sexuality. He is getting fisted.
Oh, dude.
You freaky ass nigga.
What, is he still online? Listen,
Well, he
partner.
been quiet, but I'm sure he'll probably run his mouth.
Listen, partner. Let me tell you something, partner. Let me tell you something, Joe.
Brother.
See, I'm in Chicago now. Brother. Why would I do that
You gotta
too?
cover that Hogan spirit with
No, right now, I'm in Chicago. I'm in that fucking Chicago, Indiana spirit. Listen, Joe. First of all, shut the fuck up. All you scoffers, man. Shut the fuck up, Joe. That's number one. Number two, you're an asshole. You're not an Israelite. This is a congregation for Israelites. You don't belong in the congregation, man.
You're a heathen.
What it's saying in Revelations, but the outer court that is without the temple, leave out.
Leave out. They were
For
down.
it's given unto the Gentiles. And that's talking about you.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about the Israelites at the gym. We talking about motherfuckers like you.
Yeah.
Okay? You ain't got no business being up in this forum right now, man.
You got to say it with that British accent. What did the bishop tell that nigga on Vikings? He was scared. He said that heathens and devils. Nothing more.
Go and sop up some poo and go to sleep, nigga.
You have been found. Yeah, no. That from the Nightstyle movie. You have been weighed. You have been measured. And you have been found wanting. Right? It's undisciplined. So let's get on about you dudes are bitches, man. Stop acting like females. You want attention from men.
Well, his name is Fisted.
They don't get no. I mean, that's it all. Right there.
Fisted something.
See now, nigga.
That's it all.
We're going into the topics, but now you niggas, y'all gonna make us just get on you.
And when, you know what, Ezekiel, the 9th chapter is coming to people like him, man. You 2/3 and you either alike, man.
Freaky
Yeah, well,
ass.
you know the time of Jacob's trouble is not on Jacob's. It's actually gonna be on everybody's trouble. All right, because when Most High starts fucking Jacob up, Jacob's hand's gonna be in the neck of the enemies. The enemy's neck is gonna be in the Jake, and it's gonna be all free fucking.
Just like that Jake that jumped over the desk and
Super-
get that goddamn.
And that's Green Lantern.
Super Jake.
Man, that's Green Lantern. The way he kind of flew. See, Superman flies a certain way.
Yeah, it's Green Lantern. Because he power hit the ring.
Remember Green
Yeah,
Lantern?
he
They got a
yeah,
black,
the
they
ring
got a
before.
black. Yeah, he was holding his fist like, and the way he flew, Green Lantern and Superman have different fire patterns.
Caught that
Cause-
bitch.
I flew like Green
Yeah,
Lantern.
it's the ring.
He like flew on the
Straight,
side.
His whole body weight slammed into the floor.
Shit.
And he tore the flag down too.
That was the spirit.
Elder Malcolm, I want you to bring. Being that you mentioned it, hell with it. Remember, this is various topics. Somebody read for the elder. I want you to bring out Ezekiel.
You
I
want
want
the
you to bring that out.
Oh, no, if he change it, it's fine.
Do you want the ninth
The
ninth chapter?
It's fine. Let him bring out these
Because I want you to, because you said it, Elder Malcolm, you said it, I want you to bring it out, man.
Yeah.
But I give you the breakdown after one,
let me go to it.
because I know you hot.
That's all right.
The point was the Lord said he was a regular guy, but after that he said, let the dead bury their own. Read it. Real, I mean.
And the guy was being really humble, and he even mentioned how he had changed his life. He wasn't, he wasn't in trouble. He wasn't on drugs anymore. But she decided that she was gonna jam him up anyway. And so he was like, "Fuck that bitch," and he went in on it. And basically, that wasn't just an incident. That was an omen.
That's right.
All right, that really was an omen.
And I claimed her for him so he can be there in the kingdom.
That's perfect. And the thing is,
Yeah,
if you go into Esau's laws and you go into his system, his whole courtroom system is set on pseudo law. There's law. You have the law of the land. You got the law of the sea, and you have admiralty law. That ain't got nothing to do with the so-called white man law that got over here. These wicked laws. There are laws that got in the Constitution, and then you got the Supreme Court case law, and then you got the individual counties and the city laws. They all contradict motherfuckers, and they all are waka. And if you knew the real law, if you knew the actual law that they hold each other, you wonder why Esau can go to court and walk out of there without any impunity. Jake get up there on the smallest infraction, and he's serving 5, 7, 9, 10, 30 years life. It's because they know how to use the UCC. They know how to use the admiralty and etc. So like,
Somebody get Genesis 49,
Yep. Oh, man.
Micah 5:7, and Habakkuk 1, and I believe it's 3.
We're going to get all these scriptures out.
And that's dealing with, with these devils being in power and not giving right judgments.
I got 49. Which one?
And we got Micah 5,
And real quick, before y'all read these scriptures,
Yeah.
see what the Elder Uriah just laid it out, which is like somewhat nostalgic. What the Elder Uriah just laid out was this like kind of real talk, nostalgic. Like a motherfucker for me and Apostle Ron Bob, especially in this room. Well, even before 9/11.
Yeah.
Remember Orchard Beach? Y'all brothers don't even know, but the Elder, I mean, I got into it too, but this apostle, he really got more. Him and Apostle LeBron Tahar, they got. I mean, no, but of course I got into it too. I knew a little my shit, But this brother became like a super. Oh man, y'all don't even know, bro. Y'all don't even know all the adventures that we've been through. Yeah. Apostle Ron, am I lying? Cause I know it was I know Elder Uriah was laying out all that shit. I know in your body, oh shit, I remember all that.
Oh, yeah.
Admiral T Lop, man, Apostle, man, that's all we used to do. We used to go in the courts every time we had little incidents. You remember the other shit, the sports page shit? Man, bro, we would get, you know, we were young, wild, we was out there. So we were getting little altercations. Niggas was getting knocked out. We were knocking niggas out.
If I may?
Yeah, man.
Now, when he first came in, after we started understanding this vibration, me, Yak, Benji, and Elder Nathaniah, who's in the spirit world now, Elder Nate, who's the man of the Lord, we went to go get our sovereignty back from the United States through the UCC.
We were working on that too.
Now the thing is, after we did everything to get all the way to get our money where we would have been access to our treasury accounts, the Lord told us, stop, let it go, and which actually goes into the scripture, said we're gonna take the same, we're gonna go do it the same to all the other brothers. We ain't getting out our money. We're gonna be a slave. And the Lord told us to stop because we had got everything to pull ourselves out of the system and get access to the money that they use on us. You go get a loan on a car, they take it out of your trust and it's already paid for, and you pay double on top of that trust. If you take a loan to get a mortgage, you're actually paying extra to go on that top of the mortgage they already paid.
Oh, you're right.
Right?
I'm sorry. Because now you don't go over the sleeping giant. That's why, see, we did this for like over 20 years. But we actually put it to work.
That's right.
And you know what? To a degree, right, Apostle? It worked for us to a degree.
Pretty much it just.
But it got to a point where Esau didn't care. They said, fuck y'all. We know you're right, but fuck you. We ain't gonna acknowledge it.
That's right. Well, that's what they do to everyone with their codes and statutes. The code that when we're talking about when that guy jumped over that over the bench
right.
to get to put the flops on the judge, right? Which was well deserved.
Perfect.
All right, when he flew over that thing in the courtroom, and now that video is going viral. If you haven't seen it, you know, but there's even parodies and jokes on it already. But when he flew over that bench and put the the flip flops on the judge, that was a sign of things to come.
Yep.
And the thing is that not only they're ruling people with statutes and codes that are completely not laws. Statutes and codes cannot override common law. Common law is above statutes and codes, and in a lot of cases, your common law rights supersede the statutes and codes that they're actually bringing against you to get payments out of you. And if you can't get the payments, then sometimes they'll even lock you up. All right, and when it comes to taxes, when it comes to Title 4D, the fraudulent child support thing, Title 4D, and so many other things. They're attacking you with codes that are not, and that's why that flag has those gold fringes around it. You notice when he jumped over that bench and beat down the judge, he knocked down the flag. And you know that wasn't an American flag. That was an American flag with those gold fringes around it. And so which puts you under Admiralty law.
We're not on the sea.
And so
we're on dry ground.
Let me explain this one thing to you. And this barber shop.
Because
I'm going through this, and so the thing is that, like for Title 4D, is actually a foreign treaty. That's right. And it's out of The Hague. That's where it's out of. It's not even American. So when they're putting people on this child support, they're putting you under a foreign treaty, and the Constitution tells you it's illegal to put an American citizen under a foreign treaty. It's completely illegal, but they're enforcing it anyway. Yeah. All right, and why? Because the states, it's a money-making scheme. The lawyers, the judges, the bailiffs are all getting paid from it, and the money it goes to an account in Amsterdam. So that's all them becoming fat cats for their retirement. So their retirement. So when they stop being a judge, when they stop being a lawyer, they got this big old tax-free money that's hid over in Amsterdam. All that's in my case. That's another reason why they're fighting so hard, because I probably went too hard when I came trying to on. But they was making me mad.
You're gonna blow shit wide open.
So that's why I was going. You know, if this thing is taking so long, because it exposes a lot of things.
It's over 4 or 5 years now.
Hey, what elder you? Can I tell you something, Elder Malcolm? We were talking about it. We were talking about you. Amen. That's why it's the spirit that I'm here. You know, because I've been saying for the past year, like, yo, because I got a situation in Connecticut. I said, yo, I got to go with Malcolm, man. I gotta call this brother. I gotta call this brother. He's really sitting, have a you know, like, I want, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah.
Just, you know, the statutes and codes cannot supersede common law. And if you're a so-called American citizen, your common law rights cannot be violated by some code that a couple people get together, and then they get some state of judge's approval and stamp it, and then they send it out to you, and then they'll jail you or require payments from you for it. That's it's completely and totally illegal. That's why Papa Bush said what he said, you know, back when he was in office. He has a famous statement, a quote, if somebody can find it. But he said something to the effect that if the people were to understand what we've been doing to them, they would be, you know, they'd be burning down, you know, courthouses and burning down, you know, their government places, the places where their government leaders reside. They'd be burning them down. Because the people don't realize how American citizens have no idea how badly they're being screwed collectively. And that's with everything, from taxes to just everyday codes.
Can we get the Habakkuk 1 and 4 first?
I got it.
1 and 3.
The 1 to 4. I got it.
My man. Now the elder joined us, the elder Karab.
If I may, a lot of brothers don't know, the Elder Karab is the longest standing member in GMS Chicago. Most brothers don't even know that.
Yeah. This man right here is one of the top elders in the Chicago GMS camp. This is my man. And this brother, he's been up top, man. He hung out. He's been at the Apostle Tahar knows who this man is. We know. Standing there acknowledge. Hey, let another man, right? And this brother's so goddamn humble.
He's humble.
It's right, and he doesn't say much.
Yeah.
He's a Gadite. He got a Gadite spirit. He's really humble.
Yeah,
right.
man.
But before a lot of us were, he was in the truth before me, and Malcolm. He was in the truth for a very long time, and being, you know, see the scripture says, study to be quiet, man. Study should be self-approved, and do the work of the evangelist. That's what he's done. All right, so I'm just the Lord's praise man, man.
Well, you're right. Let's add one more thing. Boy, you read the scripture. And I was just in New York Saturday at the camp. You know, and I had the best. I mean, well, y'all ain't see that on camera. You know, he's a Gadite too. Y'all might be related. Who does he remind you of? You said it.
Yo, the big guy.
That's it.
Absolutely.
The brother got the stature, but he kind of looked like him.
Yeah.
And he got the same.
I've always thought that. You know?
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
And they both like 6'5" too.
Yeah. Hey, but you and Elder Big Gary, that's my brother from a long time. Like I said it. He was in the truth before me. When I first came in the truth, he was teaching me. Okay, when I was just a little young, bugged out dude, didn't know where I was in the world. You know, that brother, I used to follow him, Elder Big Gary. I mean, it was another dude who initially taught me the truth, and he used to roll with Elder Big Gad. That's how I met Elder Big Gad. This other wicked nigga, he's wicked Judite nigga. He looked like a black mamba. Wicked nigga. I knew the nigga in the world. His name was Amos. But the nigga, he was bad though. His name was Amwaz. Amos. But the dude, as far as the scriptures and knowledge, the nigga was bad. He did his research. But we all know brothers like that, right? See,
the worst niggas, shit.
We know a lot of guys. We know guys that they do their studies and they get it, meaning as far as to store it in their brain, and they bad. They know the scriptures and they wicked.
But their spirit don't be right.
But their spirit ain't right.
Right.
And then it's like if they do something off, and you'll tell them, look, even if they're over you, right? They got the rank over you. They be like, you going look up. Shamai. Shamai. I'm over you out here, but what you going to Shamai. That's what it was, right? I know. You know what I'm saying? But like anyway, you got the brother with you, but I just wanted to bring it up. This brother was so humble that, you know, I wanted him to be acknowledged, man.
That's right.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's the spirit we got to be in. The Lord said a humble and contrite spirit is his delight. If you don't got that, the Most High gonna kill you.
God.
And we every week, you know, the Elder Karab, you know, I teach the Tuesday class here in Chicago. Then he'll really say, I tell him, look, man, every time I say, look, I tell him, it's up to the Elder Karab. What we gonna talk about? It's up to the Elder Garab. It's up to the Elder Garab. Don't I say that every time?
You
You all
can't.
here? Don't I say it?
Can't.
It's up to the Elder Garab. He ain't even saying shit. I'm telling, look, Jake, look. It's up to the Elder Garab. Then he don't even, you know. I mean, you know, that's real. Because I know that. I actually know who was there when I came there. You know?
And when my first time coming
For
up
real,
to the camp,
man.
when I came up to the camp on the other side of the line, it's only about 3 or 4, about 4 men in the camp right now that were there. And he Karab, Malcolm, Bara, and it's one other I can't think of right now. Nagat. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the men around you, man. The Lord says you gotta know your brothers, man. And give honor to the elders around you and the men of the Lord who've been laboring before you, man.
You got to, because if you don't, the shit you do think you know, you don't really believe that.
That's right, brother.
Because the men that you teach after you, they're gonna really have to believe this. So if you don't get an honor, you don't really believe in what you're teaching. It's impossible for you to believe this if you don't honor the men that came before you. And that's just that.
It's,
Get your scripture, Elder, about yourself.
This Habakkuk 1. Habakkuk 1 and 4. It says.
Sit back a little bit, brother, so I can catch this brother on my camera.
Okay. It's Habakkuk 1 and 4. It says, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth, for the wicked doth
Can you read that again?
Okay, come. This is Habakkuk 1 and 4. It says, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. It says, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
Yeah, so wrong judgment proceedeth. Why? Because when the wicked bear rule, the people move. And these people are giving you, they're not ruling to be righteous ruling. They're ruling for profit. For example, it tells you in they didn't do this for people. They don't care about people. If they cared about children, they wouldn't spray chemtrails. They wouldn't force children to take all those things in their body that give them autism and make them run around like they're crazy. They don't care about children and people at all, man. It's just a money-making scam for them. And it's done completely crookedly. All right, get the next scripture.
All right, this is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 24. You said 24, right? This is Isaiah 24 and 4. The earth mourned and faded away. The world languished and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant.
Right. So they, like you said, they broke the everlasting covenant. They don't follow the law, man, in any way whatsoever.
And that's what's going to cause a lot of strife and confusion and commotion. There's a couple of scriptures, dealing with, the laborers that are going to come against Esau. This is why you got, Jacob's getting tired of, getting the short end of the stick all the time. That's why my man, like the elder was saying earlier, that he, this is like almost like a prelude to what's coming. That's why he dove over that desk to get to the judge, and guess what? He got the bitch.
Yeah.
Usually, but before Jake can get up there, they'll grab him up.
Yeah, he got a chance to get
Yeah.
He put hands on it. His hand shall be at the neck of his enemies.
And he rocked her because he hurt her, and he I think one of the bailiffs also had to go to the hospital. So he did that.
He got in.
He got up there. Because she was able to get up about 3 or 4 minutes later.
Oh, they fucked her up.
But when she got up, you could see she was,
She was wobbling.
Yeah, because he put the flops on her.
Look at them double love it.
He gave her the pinks.
They love it. They love sitting up there.
He gave her equal lefts and
And
rights.
it's not that, nigga. Damn, nigga. They love it, but that's the Lord, man. We at a turning point, brothers.
Yeah. The Lord put the spirit on him. You know how high a nigga gotta be able to jump to get over that fucking bench?
That's easy for Jake.
That's he jumped high.
He was in motion too.
That
Yeah.
nigga,
Yeah. That nigga fine.
Matter of fact, he flew about almost a foot over the top
The
of it.
holy
And
angel.
he cleared it. He cleared it completely. He didn't bump his knees. It literally, he flew. He went in sideways like that famous dunk with Jordan turned sideways.
Yep.
And that one famous slam that LeBron would never be able to do. And he turned like this.
Right.
Yeah, and he slammed it. I just had to throw that out there.
And the first
I
thing
got
he
you. I
grabbed
love
was her.
LeBron, but Jordan.
Yeah, but he literally turned this way. He jumped
was
up and he
Superman.
literally flew like sideways.
Yeah. Hey, the first thing he touched was her.
Yeah, exactly.
He had his hands on her before he touched the ground.
That's
The
right.
first thing he touched was that.
She took all his body weight flying at him. She caught, because you know your body weight triples on impact. So when he crashed into her chest and head, his whole body weight crashed into her and knocked her to the ground.
I guarantee
when he
you.
began to flop her before they even got to her.
I guarantee you she got a concussion. Other mama.
She was dizzy. She was
She ain't never forget that.
Hey, other mama, what you got? I guarantee you she got a concussion.
Because they said she was okay, but she might have went to the hospital and later on.
Found out.
I know that he didn't even land on the bailiff, and he sent one of the bailiffs to the hospital.
God damn.
So,
Shit.
you know, so
He did.
So he-
And the one little punk was hitting him like a little girl.
Yeah.
But
Them
that
people
is
go
a
with your
prelude.
life,
That
man.
is a prelude to things to come. But let's get the rest of those scriptures that Apostle Paul.
He said the Genesis next.
What was
I
the
got
next?
He
Genesis.
said
Genesis
Genesis
49.
You got it.
I got it. Genesis 49 and 8. This is Genesis 49 and 8. Judah, thou art Judah, thou art he whom the brothers shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Yeah. So it's gonna start. It's gonna start with Judah. Now there's a parody, a comedy video. Can you pull it up and play it on the big screen, Bob Shot? And it's kind of funny.
Oh, we gonna
but
play
the
it.
flip side of it though is
died.
serious.
Yeah.
It's real.
He died.
Because that's a
Move the
prelude to
camera.
things to come. Because it's gonna kick off with Judah, man. You gotta remember.
Don't put your cameras on yet. Bro.
You remember that? that
Don't
is,
put your cameras on yet.
what he's saying is turn it off of it yet, because he got personal stuff.
Come on, man. You niggas.
He's good.
Turn your radios down.
So the point being is that now I lost my point now.
You were talking about Judah.
Judah.
Read
We're
it.
talking about Judah, Elder.
The hand should be on the neck of thy enemies. That's the last thing you said.
This is Genesis 49 and 8.
You niggas better listen.
Judah, thou art he whom thy brothers shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Right. So Judah, the vibration of Judah, the whole world follows.
That's right.
All right, and I mean the whole world of Israel, meaning the other tribes and the Edomites. All right, all the heathens, man, because it's like every movie you watch, every cartoon, you know, they got little hip hop skits and you know,
Yeah.
the Edomites are saying the things. The Jakes. I just watched that movie Old Dash with Bill Burr. Even though I believe Bill Burr is a nigga,
Right.
I believe he is Jake.
Oh, yeah.
But nevertheless, you know, the thing they mimic everything that Jake does. Jake turned his hat to the side, the whole world turns their hat to the side.
Right.
Jake sagged his pants, now you got Edomites walking around sagging their pants.
Hey,
And I hate that style. Ain't nothing cool about that shit.
Right.
But the whole world, you got Europeans doing that shit now.
Right.
The youth. Alright? So Jake is Judah especially. Jake is a trendsetter, but especially Judah.
Right.
Alright?
You know, you mentioned that, and I was the other day I was just looking at something, and it was the first McDonald's commercial came up in the TikTok thing.
Yeah.
And like you said, before like 77, we wasn't even in commercials and things like that. But like you said, now all of the jingles and stuff, following our music and what all of it.
What do you call the Cheerios Lil B? He
Right.
be wearing gold chains and shades.
Yeah.
With hip hop music playing now, you know.
Yeah. Hey,
And the
yeah.
thing is they hate us so much, but yet, you know,
It's called penis.
imitation is you know is the biggest form of flattery.
Oh, remember Malcolm? Oh man, remember back when we was kids, Pops remember this and other. Uriah, like I said, we close in the 80s, so y'all remember this shit. In the 80s, when we were kids. Remember the shit? And that cereal, we all loved them You know them little sugary cereals? Yeah. That's what had us fucked up in later years too.
Yeah.
Well, they added the chemicals, even more chemicals.
In the early 80s, late 70s, because we remember that.
Frosted Flakes and all that other stuff.
Yeah, Frosted. Oh, that was Tony the Tiger. He was supposed to be a nigga. They're great. They had him acting like a nigga, right?
That nigga was swole too.
No, he was swole, but the one I like was, do y'all remember Super Golden Crisp?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. With the bears.
Sugar Bear.
With the bears.
Oh my
They
God.
had a character named
You said it, I did.
Right. Sugar Bear wore a chain. Yeah.
He had a gold chain.
You made that pop back in my head.
You remember that
As
shit?
soon as you said it, it was Sugar Bear. I remember
Remember,
that.
the nigga, he looked like a nigga, but he was a bear, a brown bear. He had a turtleneck on. He was swolled up, and he had a gold chain, but he acted. He's snapping his fingers.
Yeah. It was cool as hell.
Can't get enough of that golden shit. I remember that shit. Can't get enough of that golden Chris.
He got the grunge bad punch.
That nigga was wicked as hell.
So, that Esau really worshiped Jake. They really worship Jake. You devils, you Edomites, and we know y'all watching this video.
Oh yeah.
And you see that flag on the screen with all that gold around it. What's tripping me out though is it almost seems like this could have been a psyop. Because where where did they where were they when they could actually get a whole courtroom? I mean, was this a Broadway crew?
Yeah.
You know, this threw this together real quick.
Well, it's the parody one. This ain't the real
Right,
one.
but it looks like the real one.
It looks like a real courtroom.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get the exact same kind of
play
setup.
when you play it, the video, go ahead and play it, brother.
Yo, and that's Big Shirley they got
Well,
there.
that's a dude. That's a dude sitting there, a fat dude with his shirt open.
Can't tell.
It's a parody, so he played. But you can't tell, he ain't live.
Potato chips, but you got to see it from the beginning because the one Jake sends the Jake up there as soon as he starts. He give a signal like, man, go get that, and then it all goes down.
All right, I'm gonna play it
Go
right
ahead
now.
and play it real quick.
All right, brothers. All the rest of you brothers, Shemai.
My.
That's like it.
That's right, you started again.
I dealt with that Edomite judge bitch, right?
What?
Why he didn't hit chips? Man, come down.
Flame hot.
He's stomping him.
The elbow without bones. Macho man shit.
Now the baby gonna get some too. But see, Jake's silly, man. But you can pause it right there. But the point being, though, is that that really was a precursor to things to come.
That's the sentiment.
And you see how it just wasn't him this time.
Right.
Jake joined in. And matter of fact, it was if you notice in the beginning, the other dude, when she said the dumb shit, it was a dude standing next to him that pointed to her like, man, go get her. Right. And he went right over the desk and went up there and handled that business. And the truth of the matter is, it's not only Jake that's tired of Esau. Esau's tired of Esau. See, he's so worried about Jake, he's got to worry about his own. All right, because Esau gonna come for them, and Esau gonna come with them things. You know, he gonna come with that blessing. All right.
Definitely is.
See how he pointed.
I have precept for you.
They done put music to it. Bring it out, brother.
Yeah, this is a different one. This is what Apostle called, but it's Job 20 and 22. And the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
And that word wicked is what?
It's the word for wicked.
It's laborers.
Yep.
The laborers. So
It's
the
laborers.
American citizens are angry, and now they're trying to say that Bush didn't make that statement. That's probably and which more than likely he did. If they're trying to say he didn't say it, more than likely he did. Yeah, Bobby Shot. Go ahead, read it anyway.
This George Bush once said, if the people were ever to find out what we have done, we will be chased down the streets and lynched.
There it is, man.
I like how you know
And-
what it
You know what's heavy? The movie. I don't know which purge it was.
You in my mind, Apostle.
Oh yeah.
Look,
He was just talking
I was just talking about it. I was about to mention it, and you said it. That's crazy because not only look, the beloved brother Amouan Gabar up top in the main camp. He put up a meme, and I saw the meme, and it had the first purge, an election year. And I was like, you can't make this up. I had just watched both movies. I watched election year last night before I fell asleep.
Right.
I watched it, and it made me realize I got to do lessons on both those movies again, because every time you watch them, it's more you get out of them. All right, and especially the way the northern and the southern kingdom come together. And like I was saying, I'm focusing on that character Dante Bishop.
Right.
When I watch it, I'm like, hold on, this dude, the main character. Dante Bishop is one of the main characters, and he's a side character, but he's really a main character because the very first Purge, he was the homeless veteran that they were trying to kill, and that they got away from them, and he went to their house, and the son let him in, and that's what started it all. And then at the end of the movie, he killed the people that were trying to kill the family, and then he left, right? Because they were so afraid of him, but you know, then his military training kicked in, and he killed the people, and then he left. In the second movie, Dante Bishop was with Carmelo. Carmelo, when you remember when Diego kicked in the door to two women, the chick and her daughter, all right, and the little girl was always watching Carmelo, and her grandfather was scoffing them. Because I did a video on that. I'm like, these are the 2/3 who scoffed the truth. It was her grandfather. Because she pointed to the prophet telling him the truth, and he's like, who is this, you know, what this hogwash? What is he talking about? You know? And that's basically what, you know, that's what these 2/3 would, like, see the moderators are getting busy kicking these clowns off. All right? Nice. But that's what you're going to get these scoffers, man. In the last days, there will come scoffers. They're going to come. And so he's kicking off. I mean, so nevertheless, the grandfather's scoffing, but the guy Carmelo is the leader of the resistance, which is mostly Jakes, mostly Judah and a few northern kingdom that are going to fight against the rich elites. All right, they going to, and so in the third movie, Carmelo was dead, but now Dante Bishop, who was his right-hand man in the second one, is now the leader of this resistance. I'm like, man, this movie is really, really heavy, man. Then it goes to show you how some Jakes was like, no, kill them all, but then you have the other Jakes that believe in the system, you know, that believe in the system that just going to continue to fail you as it has over and over again. Never trust our enemy. Can somebody grab that?
Yeah, and it's a spirit that, you know, that had a dude die. And I don't even like them fucking movies. They good movies, but I don't like them.
Yeah, he ended up getting put to death.
The dude, Dante Bishop, hey, the name Dante, it's an Italian name to my knowledge, and that word Dante means lasting. Like lasting. The dude died and he didn't. The lasting bishop.
That's heavy.
But before he went down though, he killed a lot of white supremacists and a lot of militias.
He was the lasting bishop. Shit.
All right, the Lord's gonna use some of the 2/3 to be those spirits of vengeance.
No, absolutely.
All right, like this guy, and right now that guy's a celebrity in jail. His video went viral.
Oh, this
and all those guys,
he got all the soap, all the new. I'm the nigga who been to jail. Listen, he got all the soap, all the noodles. They got flip flops for this nigga. Nigga, this shit going down. You gotta understand. No, I was gonna say, like, you gotta understand. I'm gonna tell you, man. Like I said, I'm a nigga that's really been to prison. I understand that it's so many niggas behind bars that wish they would have did that. Like, he really did that shit for the people. Hey, look, man. In 2006, before I woke up in this truth, right? I was locked up with a man, and I told the elders about this shit. This was 2006, man. We was watching a fucking music video. You know niggas, man. We was eating in the day room and shit, cause we was real. And we was watching Lil Wayne. I'll never forget it. Stuck like my daddy. He said, man, this black. He was an older guy like Stud, man. He said, it's black niggas rolling like this. I said, yeah, niggas get money. You know, I was in the world, so I was, you know, I'm like, hell yeah, niggas out here getting money, nigga. He said, man, I don't know. I've been locked up since 1978.
Whoa.
Wow.
He said, I never seen this.
That's the year I was born.
He said, I've been in this motherfucker since 1978.
You's a Gadite?
Yeah, you can tell, like, now, Pops was a Gadite for sure. Pops was OG, man. And he said, I don't, like, Esau, and he slaughtered two Edomites that raped his sister. That's why he was in there.
But then they locked him up.
And he got out 2 years later. Spent 30 years of his life in jail, but it's so many niggas that wish they could have did that shit, man. Niggas, he good. Trust me, he good for the rest of his life.
Here's the craziest part. This is how they did sick because I knew that dude.
Hero. Yeah.
So, because he used to work out in the gym while I used to train at.
Oh, the guy that
The same guy he's talking about. And that's the crazy thing. And he
That's
did.
the spirit.
He killed a couple of Edomites right here in Chicago. All right, I remember that. And so he did a righteous thing. They violated his sister. He took their lives.
Yeah, I did it
All
for
right,
everybody.
he should have been a hero.
Yeah.
All right, he did it publicly too. All right, but yet they,
Yeah, American.
we live in America. All right, because the average guy, the average guy is not going to allow somebody to rape his sister.
Nah.
And if you looking at the guy, and you looking at two guys that raped your sister, and you're able to
Get hands
actually get hands on them and get vengeance on them, more than likely you would. Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
All right. So did he really deserve to be locked up? for
No.
doing what he done? No, they did. They deserve. Whatever happened to them, they deserve what happened.
No,
to
but
them.
Esau, the judges, the prosecutor, oh, you can't take justice into your own hands. But you crackers, you white people did.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
because if you actually went before a king, and let's say in the 8th or 9th century, they wouldn't have found him guilty.
Exactly.
They'd have been like, what? Why is this man here?
That's right.
That's right.
You took more than a justice.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Yep.
Yep. And he took more than justice in his hand. You took a whole fucking nation unto yourself, man. You took a whole fucking country from a nation, and then fucked that nation up.
And brought
killed
another
millions,
nation over.
Brought another nation over here against that fucking will, and slaughtered and killed that man. You just
Now you set yourself up to be a judge.
Yeah.
You set yourself up to be a preacher. You set yourself up to be a man of the Lord. You're a piece of shit.
That's
You're a
right.
murderous
Right.
colonizer.
That's
All
right.
right.
This is Psalms 10. So I was going to go to the point. I'm going to read down a little bit. Psalms 10 and 1. Why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thou self in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they imagine. For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire, and blesses the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through his pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are grievous. The judgments are far above out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. He had said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, like the popo. In the secret places that he murder the innocent in these court fucking rooms. His eyes are privately set against the poor. You don't know legalese. So you walk up in there thinking, like, look, man, I know I kind of fucked up on whatever you think you fucked up because he told you fucked up when you actually didn't fuck up at all. Esau is the goddamn devil.
That's right.
Tricks you. His
He
language
tricks
is
you.
deceit. Because the fact that he had to create laws and statutes, codes and statutes that would go around the law of the land, and that's what Americans don't realize that they're being governed, by a whole nother law system that's not even supposed to be over there. Remember, you can't enter an American citizen into a foreign treaty, and most of these codes that they're entering you into are foreign treaties, and people have no idea. So you're not getting true justice or judgment here, man.
That's right.
These people are so crooked. I just wanted to read this comment real quick. If somebody can get that, because I mentioned it. Somebody get that, that Sirach, right?
12 and
Because I'm trying to find it, man. There must have been a lot of comments since then. But the brothers, one of the people put on the comment board that a Shedemite got eaten by a mountain lion last week, and they in Oregon, and they hunted
The lion.
they hunted it down for over a week and found it.
that's right.
So
That's wicked as fuck, man.
yeah, there be spirits created for vengeance. So not only you gonna have to worry about Jake, you're also gonna have to worry about your own people coming at you, and the Lord's gonna send these beasts with teeth to. Go ahead, read it, brother.
You got scripture while you're getting that. This is Psalms 82, say 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. We're not governed by the laws in this country that the law, statutes, and commandments that are in the Bible. Even though they make us swear in on it.
Yeah, they make you swear in on the Bible and then they toss it behind you. But America supposedly was set up based upon the Bible.
That's what Reagan
And
said.
if you actually, 1983 was the year of the Bible. He declared the 1611 King James Bible was really the law of the land. If that was so, then you know all the moles would be good, you know, and all the people would do shit to children. You wouldn't just go to jail. You wouldn't have all these rights and protection for.
You be put to death.
All right, they would actually be getting put to death according to the scripture.
No, they can't do that. They
You know?
lose. They lose
So,
their free
and as a
labor.
matter of fact, if you actually were following the Bible, adulterous women wouldn't get awarded
Alimony.
alimony and this unlawful fraud, Title 4D, which they call child support. And I won't stop saying that. Child support is completely and totally illegal. All right? It's Title 4D. It's not even of American. It's like I said, it's out of the Hague. It's a foreign contract, and you can't enter an American citizen into a foreign contract.
That's wicked.
Right? Just remember that.
Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
So as this mountain lion was ripping that woman to pieces and kept choking her out and then ate her, all right, I'm pretty sure it's pretty painful for her. Because it was giving her the sore strokes. It appeased the Most High God in heaven. It appeased Yahweh for him to do it. He was actually happy with it.
Yeah,
Her blood sacrifice, he was like, now you're good.
The man in Connecticut, you remember Apostle in Connecticut, that the monkey, the chimpanzee, she didn't die, but she was left disfigured.
Oh yeah, her face.
The Lord is getting you fucking Edomites, man. The Lord is getting these crap.
Apostle of the Ricard, it was a video on Instagram, and this lady, it was a real video. This fucking Edomite one, did not claim this bitch when she get her eye back, you know. But nevertheless, she's standing there burning motherfucking cracker in La La Land. A big ass hawk just swooped out the sky and ripped her fucking eyeball out.
Shit.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can't tell me that. That shit
It went straight after her.
It just swooped right down.
It came, she was on film.
I think I sent it to you, but that motherfucker just scooped right down, scooped that.
She was doing a selfie.
She was just standing there, just standing there. Yeah,
And bird came right here and said,
boom, and ripped that shit out off.
Got me a nibbit. Got me a
Wow.
That's
The Lord,
wild
and the
shit,
Lord
man.
said he was going to give him a feast. That could be another precursor.
Hey, I was told the brother
Let
that
him finish that
yesterday.
and bring it out, bro.
Come.
Well, yeah.
Birds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Finish that scripture, brother.
Birds.
Sirach 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Like a hawk flying out of the sky.
You ain't my angel, motherfucker.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
So, you know, when that fire, like them forest fires, be killing a lot of people. Fires are created for vengeance, man. And that's a horrible way to die.
That's it.
All right, because it doesn't come instantly, and actually, if you're engulfed in fire, you die pretty quickly. But it's so excruciating, painful, because you know everybody's touched something hot and you snatch your hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, you touch something hot and it's like a
reflex.
It's a reflex you can't even control.
Mhm.
All right, because I've seen someone snatch their hand back from something that was hot and then hit something that was sharp and cut themselves. It's like, God damn, you know, you got burned, then you got cut. So I can imagine that feeling over the entirety of your body.
And not being able to pull yourself
And
out
you
of
can't,
it.
there's nothing you can do about it, and the pain just intensifies until your spirit leaves you. That's
Well,
it.
9/11, remember
That's
9/11?
Just taking
Yeah,
Some
they
people
were
were jumping up that building.
Yeah.
That fire, I couldn't even imagine that, bro. Look, I grew up in the wilderness. I grew up in the country, of the forest. Like, you know what I mean? Meaning that a fire, simple campfire. But I like, you know, we used to like to get our shit, a bonfire. Even if you sat by the campfire, if you get too close to the fire, you gotta move.
Yeah, you gotta bag up. If the wind shift on it and whatnot, if the wind shifts on it and whatnot, you wind up standing downwind and the wind shift, and all of a sudden the fire is coming towards you.
You gonna get burnt up.
Yeah, you like, whoa. shit.
And Malcolm, man, it's about a campfire, bro. Like, you know,
Yeah, it's got to be a serious fire to make you jump.
and then you gotta know how to read the winds.
Floor.
But even just sitting in front of the fire, as they say, roasting marshmallows and hot dogs.
Yes.
I grew up doing all that shit. Like, we had fires, man. We put corn over the fire pit.
Well,
You feel that heat. You feel that fucking heat.
It just makes me think, Apostle, what would cause a man or a woman to leap off the 99th floor, the 89th floor,
Shit.
all right? Because the fire is so painful and so intense that they choose to fall and splat.
Wow.
Knowing that I go out this window, I'm dying anyway, but at least this is less painful.
I'd definitely rather splat. If you
It's an instant death.
Yeah, it's death.
And you know, you remember when Joe broke it down, 1,000 feet, you reach terminal velocity.
Yeah.
So it don't matter if if you fall 1,000 feet, it's pretty much you out of there.
You dead before you
So
hit
if
the
you
ground.
fell 10,000 feet from you jump from an airplane, your parachute didn't open up, or if you fell,
You go into shock.
if you just fell, 1,000 feet, you reach terminal velocity, which is guaranteed. It's been very few people. I think it's been one person in history that survived the fall from an airplane.
So pretty much, yeah, like
think it was Ric Flair.
the oxygen levels are gonna be depleted by the time you actually splat the ground. Your oxygen levels are gonna be depleted pretty. You ain't gonna be in your right frame of mind to really feel that shit anyway.
Well, it'll be instant death. You won't even really feel it.
Yeah.
As soon as you hit, you expire.
Everything's starting to fall
You hit
apart.
so hard, you hit the ground so hard, you just black out. It's gone.
You feeling diverse judgments. First off, you might have a heart attack as you're falling.
Yeah, yeah.
Your
you're going
life
to
is
shock.
flashing before you. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, you remembering all that. Matter of fact, I wonder how many of the people that jumped to their death, have been sleeping with somebody else's.
Oh,
wife.
brother, we've been saying that for years.
How
They
many
was in
women,
there
how many
committing
women
all
was
this
in
adultery.
there taking penis from their husband at work, knowing they got a real husband at home?
They work husband.
The Lord said, yeah, that's what they call it. What the pop say it
The
again.
work husband.
Yeah, that shit wicked as all hell, man.
And the men were committing adultery.
Yeah, that
A lot of them
video-
motherfuckers in that building were wicked, brother. We used to work down there. Meaning we used to sell. This is back in
It was
those
full of
days.
traders. I used to train traders, so they're just a bunch of adults.
Yeah, a bunch of
men
wicked.
and the women.
We used to be down there selling oils and incense right in front of that building. And them motherfuckers, we used to sell. A lot of the motherfuckers in the building that died, we knew, we met. Because, we used to have us black moves on the hustle.
They got marked.
There's oils and incense back in the 90s. And them motherfuckers, they'd be cool, but they were wicked.
Yeah,
You know they were wicked.
they got marked.
Them bitches, you said it, Elder. A lot of them fine ass Edomite women, they come flirting with you and shit.
Yeah.
Knowing that with a big ass fat wedding
Big
ring.
Big
know,
wedding
like-
ring.
on
The
the
biggest
finger.
wedding ring. Hey man, you know how many Edomites asked me to fuck their wife, man?
Esau's a freak, man.
That freak, man.
Yeah, especially the wealthy ones.
That nigga go come up to me one time and say, man, you a cool guy, man. I really watch you. And when the nigga go say something, the nigga, oh, that's Capo Vila back there? Man, what's up, nigga? I seen you with that white. We can talk about that. Where this nigga talking about some more?
Spike
And it-
songs 104.
And there was another Edomite where he a Jake, but he looked like an Edomite. I thought nobody heard this shit, cause the Edomite thought I was in a secluded area when he said it. Then motherfucker Steve like, did he just ask you to fuck his wife? I said, yes, he did, bro.
Yeah, they do.
And I don't want no parts of it. He said, you a cool guy, man.
Yeah, I had that happen to me once in San Francisco too.
Anybody can fuck
As a matter of
my
fact,
wife.
he was the president of Standard. That Standard Oil, that Standard
Yeah,
Oil,
Standard
Standard
Oil.
Oil building.
Yeah,
He was a president of Standard Oil.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Wow.
Sure was at the time.
Madness, man.
The Lord got them. The Lord got them. That day was a bit when the Esau blew up that building, and them jokers, but it was niggas, them wicked niggas too. And there was one nigga with the bald head.
And the ball face.
That nigga head was hitting you like this.
They call it a fallen man.
I'm fucking falling, man. He was bouncing around with it. He said he was falling like a nigga too.
That old ass 90 sound effect was in the background.
No, but the people said that the sound was horrifying.
Boy,
The way the bodies were hitting the ground.
The video,
exploding.
boom,
They
boom.
said the way it was exploding, and those were people's. Cause they was like, "What is that sound?" They said, "Those are the bodies exploding."
Even the firemen were fucked up.
Because I remember a video that I saw on YouTube, years ago, where some dude jumped off a 15th floor of some high-rise building in New York, and he hit the ground, and the sound that it made, because when he hit the ground, his body bounced back up in the air,
Wow.
about 5 or 6 feet,
Damn.
and all his innards just shot and sprayed everywhere, man. It was crazy. And so I can imagine, when you got hundreds of people explode and hit the ground like that because they're all running from the fire and being chased right out the windows.
Yeah, they said it sounded like gunshots was going on.
When they hit the ground.
To the cliffs.
And you had Edomites that was jumping people at the, me and other big games there. They were moles. They knew they were gonna die.
Fell when they broke bread.
So they sipped a glass of champagne. You know, they had their suits and their cufflinks on. Good. Fix their tie. Okay,
Oh, they gonna die with dignity.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of real. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of real.
No, fix their tie.
Niggas got
Their
some
cufflinks
cufflinks,
to a glass of champagne.
Hey, we gotta have fun with it sometimes.
You got to.
We gotta laugh to keep from crying. 'Cause
Hey, this is the only time you can really have fun.
Okay,
And
I'm
I'm a
about to
nigga that
die.
have a lot
Hold
of
on,
fun.
I'm about to die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die like a gentleman. Yeah, get back into it, man.
You gotta swirl it.
He saw that die like a gentleman, but I hope he does when that time
well,
comes.
they said that was happening on the
Titanic?
Titanic.
Yeah, they die like gentlemen.
They want to get the finest champagne or scotch. And they were,
We showed that in 2012. We said, we about to die. Let's go head on and just.
Well, this is that.
Yeah.
Toast to.
But you know what? Can I say one thing, brothers, before y'all take over? When you holler about shit, y'all try to raise it up. Ooh, this is after America, so when you crackers here, y'all just gonna burn.
What?
When the Lord raises up the elect, okay, all this wickedness, all this shit,
Right now.
all this shit that they did, man, bro, you were leeching, we gonna get you. You gonna have your suits and die. You ain't gonna die like gentlemen. First of all, you ain't gonna die. See?
hey, well, you know what? The brother Anwar Gabar was calling them bunker people. I like that.
Yeah.
And how when I was watching the video, he was calling them bunker people. He said how we gonna be telling the youth about, because they're gonna be the first crops of slaves.
Yep.
Oh, hey, shalom, beloved.
Shalom.
Shalom, Tupac.
But
That's Tupac.
but they're gonna be the first fruits of slavery, man.
Yeah,
Right?
boy.
Matter of fact, get that Psalms 104.
Con.
And get that and Psalms 1. Get whole Psalms 137. We gonna get ready to wrap it up.
Oh, you thinking about the scripture? Well, I don't want to ruin it. Though he dig into hell, I will command the serpent, he shall bite them.
Con, somebody can grab that one too.
Brother, we're gonna grab him by them fucking ties.
Yeah, they gonna come out of
We're
those.
gonna choke him.
Yeah, they gonna get snatched right up out of those bunkers, man.
Oh, and then women are gonna be with him. Them little fine, prissy daughters and Edomites, boy, we're gonna fucking get down.
They going straight to the chambers. Right. Yep. They going straight to the chambers, man. That's right. Right. And look, and then in some of those bunkers they're gonna have wealth in there too. So they're gonna go from it's gonna be trading places. They're gonna go from riches to rags. All right. And just like when we came out of Egypt the first time, we gonna have everything when Esau goes down. And
Yes.
and these angels are gonna be flames of flaming fire, because not only are the ICBM's gonna be landing on Babylon and destroying it, the chariots are gonna be shooting fire on them too, man.
That's right.
So it's matter of fact,
Real quick, just to back up what you said a little bit. This is 2nd Esdras 9:9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which thou have abused my ways. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty. And
We can't eat pork.
yeah, right.
I can't commit adultery.
Come on, man.
That's that. Look, and I tell the brothers, just laying back over there. I tell the brothers all the time, if you don't get out there and teach, you a bitch.
That's right.
Because when you really get out in the street and teach, you see this. You understand what niggas do.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And it's
And that's a big deal with Jay.
This is Jay.
Eating pork, popping somebody else's woman, and smoking drugs, doing drugs.
If I may say,
They can have those three things. They happy in captivity.
adultery is homosexuality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay?
Yeah,
Spirit.
no doubt.
Because you want to mess with another man, woman, he popping her, man. This dude lived with the broad, more than likely. He popping her, right? I don't care what that bitch tell you. Oh, no.
I just live with him.
I just live there. I sleep in another room. It's complicated. Man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't never want no woman and you ain't popping her, especially if you flipping the bill. That's right. So you live, but none of the niggas are wicked. Niggas like that. Yeah.
It make it better for
And then how my ride take, you know, I don't want to get graphic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because then you might as well be having a threesome when y'all sharing each other's stuff. Because you know, his DNA is retained in her.
Yeah.
So it's vice versa. How his dick tastes. Right?
Oh,
You-
boy.
And so y'all
Yeah, how
y'all
you
might as well
yeah,
be
I
popping
gotta
at the
charge
same
you
time.
That's how you gotta look at
All
it.
right, so it's really disgusting.
I'm gonna wrap up my video
It's
because
completely disgusting. But go ahead, brother.
And since and they that have loathed my law,
so?
while they had yet liberty, and when a yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not and despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. The Most High said He wants you to feel all the pain. The Most High wants you to feel pain, suffering, and misery. That's
right.
Because what you're doing by doing wickedness is causing pain, suffering, misery not only on others, but also on yourself, and it's violating the Most High, which is vexing the Most High. So you fucked, man.
Yeah, the Lord about to give you that smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted it, but He about to give it to you.
You know, since you said something like that, and you said that he wants you to experience that pain, he's gonna take away your shutdown mechanism so that you won't even be able to go to
Yeah,
the
He actually might keep you alive.
He said he wanna-
You don't want to fall into the hands of the living power, man. But you
Yeah,
got
daddy.
something over there, brother?
I had Amos 9.
Bring it out, brother.
This is the book of Amos chapter 9.
He even read different. Right, boy.
I would just go to the point. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
that's it. That's the one. That's the
So
one.
they're not going to be able to fly away. They're going to try to get on the space shuttles, which is stupid. You're going to fly up to where the chariot's coming from, dummies. All right? And then you're going to dig in the earth. All right? You're going to get pulled out of those bunkers. Everybody knows about the bunkers. There's all kind of, the articles and videos being done about billionaires building bunkers like crazy. All right? There's even Edomites complaining that why is it that all these elites get to build bunkers without tax money and they don't build any for us? Russia and China's got bunkers for their people. We have no bunkers for us.
Absolutely.
And you're right. They're right because they'll go. They got Mount Weather. They got the underground facilities, which they could open them up and let all the people in all those cities where they are. They could let them in there, but they're not. They're gonna close them up, and But if you're on the soil of America, man, your ass is grass anyway. All right.
Right. You forget about it.
Those bunkers are gonna be your tombs, man.
Yeah.
All right. Those bunkers are gonna be your tombs.
You gonna melt down there. You gonna cook like an oven.
Yeah, because it's gonna hit this one. What? How many milk? How many? It said 200,000.
It's something that can make the lakes, the mile deep lakes dry up. Damn.
Right.
All right.
So without angry
It's a
at the
mile
water.
deep to make the lakes dry up. You think that just because you 100 feet underground that you gonna be okay?
Right, that was that anger against the river.
That you 2 stories underground, 7 stories underground? No, this fire is gonna burn up lakes that are over a mile deep, man.
Them bunkers are gonna be like oven. It's gonna be like an oven.
Yeah.
You and them metal, when the missiles hit, you gonna melt. Everything is just gonna melt.
Yeah, and if the earth shifts, whatever structures under the earth is gonna shift with the earth. So you might have
crack
one,
and break.
yeah, and
all of a
fire
sudden you
gonna
see
shoot
daylight
down.
and that fire gonna come in and get you.
Yeah,
And it might even make a face at you as it's coming for you.
Yeah.
That shit gonna be Murphy face.
fire eats oxygen. If you don't know this, fire eats oxygen. So if it's a new path of oxygen, that fire is
going down
follow.
into it.
Yeah.
On the hat.
It's Amos 9:3. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
Leviathan.
They got these multi-billion-dollar yachts that turn to submarines. I mean, you gotta have a lot of money to have a luxury yacht that can also dive.
I ain't gonna lie, we
You
get
know?
the powers. I'm gonna have to check that bitch out. We
I'm
gonna
like,
have
yeah,
to,
they
we
got
gonna have
yachts.
to hijack it.
They got yachts that the size of houses.
Rolling this shit.
Huge apartment building size yachts.
That's why
They
I
can
never heard
actually
that.
die. Yeah.
Uncle Murphy about to be in the Atlantic on these hoes.
And Leviathan gonna play football with that bitch.
Just like they showed in that
Yeah,
one
Captain
show,
Murphy.
what was it, American Horror Story? Not all those underground
Oh,
bunkers
yeah.
survive.
Yeah.
So the Lord has well, I'm not gonna say that special word, the word elect, but the Lord is not gonna allow every last bloodline of the elites to make it.
No.
They're gonna die
No,
too.
the ones that are still in America, these low-level billionaires and millionaires, they finished. It's only the ones that are actually out of America. They're gonna be the first fruits of slavery. What you got, brother?
This is Revelation chapter 6. I'm gonna start at verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in dens and in rocks of the mountains. And said to the mountains and rocks, please fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
That's because they hold on, so they gonna be scared.
And who's that face that sitteth on the throne? All right,
That's right.
that's in Daniel 7 and 9, and he's a great big old so-called black man with a great big old afro.
They gonna be
That's
scared.
why with a garment on this, the barrel is green like the one I'm wearing. All right, that's why they try to say little green men and make him a big head because of the afro. All right, you ain't fooling nobody, man.
Then-
We know.
Then Wicked talk about some aliens coming to give you an anal probe. You goddamn crackers gonna die.
Nah, they just gotta
That's
finish
what's gonna
playing with
fucking
booty
happen.
holes.
The freaks.
Yeah, they're just some fucking freaks, man.
Yeah, scripture say spirit's not bright in them, man.
Yeah, why you wanna play with
You
a
know,
place where shit comes?
what normal person gets into shit like that, man? This devil ain't right, man.
Motherfucker gonna come from the third dimension and play with your booty.
No, but you know what? Esau, man, that's what I said, man. You elites, man, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, we're gonna deal with you, man.
No, there's not fallen angels. There's no such thing. You have
Ain't no such thing.
You miss an understanding. They're not aliens. You're right about that. But the understanding of fallen angels, that's not what they are. Those angels in those chariots are the chariots of Israel, and they're coming for the people of the Lord, for the elect.
God.
That means this person believes in the Anunnaki and all that, all that madness. You got a misunderstanding on that.
Yeah, I heard that before. Or those are demons that's in those UFOs
No,
that you see.
the left-hand side.
But that's coming from them Christian.
The Lord controls the left-hand side. Salakia.
No, I'm sorry, my brother. You fucking man. I can't wait. The Christian, you so-called Christian community, y'all just nothing but a bunch of fucking reprobate
and a dookie.
Psychotic people, man. They're gonna die a horrible
That's about
death.
right, brother, and a dookie.
They're gonna die a horrible death. All you so-called Christians, any of you, yeah, Jesus and Lord, y'all just a bunch of demons and homos and everything else.
Reality is gonna come into play when they realize when this tribulation happens.
When they see
We're not
Jake's
getting
getting
beaten
beamed
up.
up.
We're not getting beaten up.
Right, they're gonna actually see Jake's getting beamed up.
Right.
Real quick,
That
just to
Matthew
prove,
24.
what
Hold on, man, the elders
is
talking.
that 1 Kings, I think it's 1 Kings 19, I believe, when it talks about the angels on the left-hand side and the right-hand side.
I believe so.
If somebody can grab that real quick. All right, you gotta understand the angels on the left-hand side. The Lord can they still work for the Lord, man. The left-hand side angels, they're not fallen.
He
All
created
right,
them.
he kind of. Apostle just made it. He created them, man. You gotta remember in the book of Job, when the Lord called the angels, the top angels in heaven to report, Satan came too. Because Satan is the head of the left-hand side. The Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, sits at the right-hand side of the Father, and Satan rules on the left-hand side, under the authority of Yahweh.
Yeah, and the Apostle Paul said that, we battle spiritual wickedness in high places. So if Satan got cast out of heaven, what is spiritual wickedness doing in high places?
And how did he just show up to all the meetings in heaven if he got kicked out?
Hey, can I bring this out? This is a precept from what Capel read about Amos 9. This Jeremiah 16:16. It says, "Behold, I was sent for many fishers, said the Lord, and the Lord made us fishers of men." Man, all right. So it says, "And they should fish them And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So the man of the Lord, long Yahweh Shai, gonna get you, damn devil. Well, hiding place you hiding at, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be peekaboo, nigga. I see you.
Yeah.
Come here.
That's right. There you go.
Gonna have that scorpion spirit. Get over here.
Blam, blam.
Russia built that bunker.
But somebody get that First Kings and we gonna wrap it up. No, we still waiting on that. No, we gonna read that First Kings and then bring out that Psalms 137. You holding it?
Yeah, my phone going
Psalms 137. All right.
So go ahead. We're gonna wrap it up with these last two.
Yeah, this is 1 Kings chapter 22. 1 Kings 22 and 19. It says, and he said, "Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord Yahweh. I saw the Lord Yahweh sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left.
Right.
And the Lord Yahweh said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?"
Right, and I love bringing this out because this proves the Lord doesn't love everybody. And so the Most High God is planning the death of an Israelite king on earth, man. And so he's asking who's gonna go kill this man.
He planning to hit.
But you want to think God love everybody. This also this discredits the Christian lie of John 3:16. Right, but go ahead, brother.
It says, and one said on this matter, and another said on that matter. It says, and there came forth the Spirit, and stood before the Lord Yahweh, and said, I will persuade him.
Right. So this Spirit came forth and said, I'll do it. I'll go smoke this dude for you, Lord.
That's right.
Basically, go ahead.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets.
So he's gonna go and tell lies to the prophets. Yeah, y'all go ahead, because we pray to the Lord before we make a decision. And so the prophets are gonna get told a lie that you're gonna get victory. So go ahead.
And he said,
we had a scarf
He
on here.
straight setting them up.
We had a scarf on another country.
If you go to the store, there's a scarf on there.
You gotta show me on my page. You boys are the fallen spirits, fallen angels.
Yeah, I know that shit talking, nigga. I know that.
Yeah, actually we are. You're right.
In the car, that's that demon that be in the car screaming. In the car screaming to himself at the gas station.
Yeah,
I know you, nigga.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. Get your ass out of here. Satan. I got Arkansas tons. Shimmy out. Get your ass out of here, man.
Nigga, you probably a mo.
I hope your roof caved in, nigga.
Square telling me this nigga's an alphabet dude.
Yeah, screaming in the car, man.
That script is cold-blooded because read it again, Buckle Shot.
It says,
Weird ass nigga. Go ahead, bro.
1 Kings 22 and 22. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all of his prophets.
And he's going to be a lying spirit in all of his prophets. Do you know that Ahab was not messing with the real prophets? He was trying not to listen to none of them. He said, you will never prophesy right for me. So the Lord said, okay, well then I'm going to send your boys to send you off. And Mosiah don't get what he wants.
And he set him up.
Man, Mosiah set
You
him
know,
up.
like how these wicked ass women be setting dudes up. He set him up.
Especially these black women. We gonna call it out. It be that wicked black bitch.
I would say 9 times out of 10.
And let me say this, my man. Let me say this, my man. What's his name? Van Ashton. The said you black woman, you a product of that.
Oh, Van Ashton, he got a couple videos on my. What's up, bitch? How you doing?
I already know your mother.
I know that, monkey.
I bet you got a mop head.
Yeah, he got a couple videos on the Marvisa.
I know for a fact you came out of Big Shirley, nigga.
What you call them GMO babies? That nigga grew up eating flaming hots, man. He through. Fuck that mother.
But the Lord gonna get you niggas. Earlier today, we driving a little blonde head boy. That's probably Van Ashton.
Spying out our livings.
We almost ran over his ass today. He was laid halfway in the street.
That's a lie. We driving down the road, and someone sits on the curb of the street and just basically put this stuff all out in the street. Like, dude, cars are coming. What are you doing? Like, about to lay out in the middle of the road? And of course, he moved back.
You want to lose your legs?
Right. When people are losing their mind right now. That's the spirit.
That's Van Ashton.
Yeah.
That's the spirit of Van Ashton.
He be hating on me.
Hey, you know what? That's gonna be my next video, Lord willing, tomorrow. I'm gonna, Lord willing, the Lord allow me to wake up in the morning. I'm gonna do the spirit of Van Ashford.
He gonna love it.
Be in the car, driving around, screaming, spitting all over. I hope your hand slip off the steering wheel in front of a
He's a
bus,
monkey,
nigga.
man.
Spitting all over the goddamn place, man. Weirdo. Pull up at a gas station and start pulling on your shirt, screaming like a woman.
Because the spirit bugged him out. That's
Well, what's
why.
gonna happen? Judgment of the Lord is gonna. These little weirdo GMO babies that do that stuff, because they're the product of big trade. They gonna start getting answers.
They baby's kids.
Remember that movie? My man, he said, "You keep knocking on the door, the devil's door. One day he gonna answer you.
He gonna answer, yep.
You gonna run up on the wrong dude. He might be a bug out too, but he might be just a little more demonic and crazier than you are. And see, you just a little punk, mo, trying to because you can get away with that shit because you learned that from the black woman. But one day you gonna betting at the right guy, or the right Edomite, or you gonna run into the right Edomite or the right Jake, and they're gonna answer you, man. They're gonna say, "Okay, motherfucker," and they just gonna either gonna stab you, shoot you, or run you up. But they gonna, or you gonna run into that's just gonna be that day where you gonna run into the wrong group of cops. Because these cops, these Edomite, they just ready to decimate Jake.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why so many of them are quitting. Because they can't, they're losing their objective immunity, right? Because cops have a matter of fact, the prosecutors, state's attorneys, judges, and certain organizations have objective immunity. And if you don't know what that means, basically, what that means is that, like, if I commit a crime, all right, against you, and if you decide that you were going to go do an affidavit and sue me, you can have me served. You can't even have them served. They don't have to acknowledge it. Even if you have them served properly, and you use like certified mail or the post office or something like that, you have the receipt, the proof that they got served, they don't have to answer it because they have objective immunity. All right, so it's not until, that's another way, that's on that Title 4D thing, they kept getting around keeping us out of court because they had objective immunity. So once you figure out how to beat objective immunity, then you can actually start subpoenaing people to court and bring them to justice. So Esau's a demon, man, which is why he got to get put to death. You go ahead and bring out that scripture, brother. We're going to wrap it up.
All right, this is
phone's about to go dead anyway, so that's good.
This is the book of Psalms 137. Do you want me to start at 1?
No, start it and remember Edom.
Okay.
7.
This is Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Which goes into race, like erase, for those who don't know.
And so this was King David prophesying. He was also a prophet. He was prophesying the destruction of Edom to remember what they did. All right, go ahead. And so, and then he's prophesying also connected to the future because he's going to attack. Go ahead, brother.
Psalms 137 and 8 now. O daughter of Babylon.
O daughter of Babylon. He's placing Edom in Babylon.
That's right.
So Edom is the ruler of Babylon, and we're in Babylon now.
Yep.
So that Christian doctrine that the Edomites have done away with, and all that other mess. That they're the Anunnaki and they're the real ones, the serpent people. No, they're the serpent people because they're snake-like.
That's
right. Meaning in their nature, man. All right. The Edomites are the rulers of this earth, not some race of secret
reptilians.
Reptile people that live under the ground.
That's that Zio bullshit, man.
That whole bullshit
sounds like
was
fucking little reptile from Mortal Kombat.
Forget his first name. It's Sitchin.
I
forgot his first name.
Shit.
And pretty much, he got that because he translated the Assyrian, he was the Assyrian tablets. And there's a lot of information coming out that he didn't even know that particular language that he so-called translated, so he fucked the translation up. But they've been running with that shit since then.
Really?
I mean, I've done lessons on that. Maybe Lord said I might go.
Con. Well, that's the spirit saying that maybe you should. And what it is, it's just another thing that Esau tried to hide behind to get around, because if he could blame it on the Anunnaki, right? Exactly. Go ahead, brother.
Psalms 137 and 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
That proved it's another Babylon, man. That scripture proves it right there, man. And the ruler of Babylon, the Esau Edom, man. This scripture proves it, man.
East side, bro.
It proves it completely. And Spain was a stronghold for Edom, but they're not just not just Spain.
It was Zechariah Sitchin.
Zechariah Sitchin. All right. Well, his name should, like Murph said, Shitchin, because he really messed it all up. Go ahead, brother.
Psalms 137 and 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
That don't sound like a God that love everybody. Well, he's gonna take why? Because you did it unto us, and the scripture said everything you did has to be done unto you double. So anyone that can grab, it's gonna be very hateful act to grab a child by their feet and sling their head against a stone and they die. Right? And they were doing that to you Israelites. Okay?
And the Spaniards was doing that to Ephraim. They had a wall that they built just for that.
Yeah.
They would take the men, they would throw them down in a pit full of dogs, and then they had a wall in the middle of that pit where they would smash the
They had
babies.
sticks too. They would throw them on the sticks, so they would fall to their death onto the sticks. They would like the spikes.
Yeah. Was it that was it to that?
Mhm.
Hey,
Go ahead,
my
brother.
can I bring this 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. It says, "Seeing is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you."
The big payback.
So there it is, man. Like the big payback. You're gonna get double for all that you've done to the Lord's people, man. All right. Hey, so with that, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah,
Kwam Yasharal.
Come on,